All right, so another interesting day for GameStop, and these BCG guys that we just found out some news about, or a little bit of due diligence that some individuals have decided to do since Ryan Cohen decided to straight up tweet at them saying, "You want to sue us? Let's go, bring it. You're messing with the wrong company." He is like, "Don't mess with us." Big energy. But of course, this video is not financial advice. I just want to give you some thoughts and opinions today, especially about BCG. So we see the short bar rate going up. We see insiders buying shares. We see the potential for the gamma ramp on the options chain. So basically, a lot is being ramped up right now. A lot of social sentiment, a lot of churn, right? A lot of excitement, right? And what do we see? What do we find out today about BCG? A lot of these guys actually used to work at Citadel, interestingly enough, or some of them still do have ties to Citadel, still do work for Citadel, former Citadel employees. Like consultants, these guys are. The consulting group, the Boston Consultant Group, I think that's what they're called. I don't even know, whatever. They're the BCGs, the biggest crap group. I don't know. Basically, they've been shorting stocks. Or they don't short the stocks themselves. Citadel's been shorting stocks that they're consulting for. An old GME board member, remember how Ryan Cohen came in and said, "We're fixing up the board, we're bringing in a bunch of new guys." One of them used to be with this BCG. They used to be with BCG. And they came into GameStop like, "Oh, let's use BCG as a consultant. They'll be great. Recommend them. I'm with them. Blah, 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 blah." Convinces the board. They hire them, but I guess they never got paid because GameStop didn't do anything good in 2019. They just literally depleted the company more, put them in a deeper hole. Lo and behold, now they're suing GameStop saying, "Oh, you guys didn't pay us for that time in 2019. It's like, the company didn't do anything. Why would they pay you? Why would they agree to settle that? And you're only suing for $30 million, and now they've just put a bright spotlight on themselves. Like, I don't even know why they would do this. Like, it seems like they just like put a bright spotlight on themselves. You just said, like, "Look, everybody look into us." And guess what we figured out now? There's a board member for Bed Bath & Beyond that's with BCG. And what did Ryan Cohen say when he bought Bed Bath & Beyond shares? He said, "Oh, no overpaid executives in the metaverse." We're all kind of like, what does that mean? Like, okay, he said that some of the board members are overpaid. Okay. But now we realize he's probably referencing BCG. Because look at this. Before Toys R Us went bankrupt, before Blockbuster went bankrupt, before Sears went bankrupt, BCG were recent consultants. You can't make this stuff up. Like, this is, and when you see these companies that I just talked about, they have pink sheet. They still technically trade on the pink sheets, right? On the market. There's seller box. Like, if you read the due diligence on Reddit, the seller boxing due diligence, right? It was a breakthrough. It's the idea that hedge funds that want to short stocks all the way down to zero, or so to 0.0001. Sorry, 3 zeros and then a 1. I believe that's the lowest it can go. Maybe one more digit. But the point being, the lowest that can actually trade. And then guess what? Let it trade up to 0.002. You just made a 100%. Short it back down. Just made 100% again. It's in the seller box. It's just a money churning machine. And you've shorted it the whole way, so you don't have to close any of those short positions. That's what they're trying to do with GameStop. That's what they did with these other companies. What I'm getting at here is when you look at these companies, like the Sears, like holding assets of whatever's left over from Sears or whatever it is, once in a while you'll see it up like 2,500% in a single day. And it's like, why would that go from 0.004 to like 0.002 or something weird? Like, it's like, who's holding that? Like, retail, nobody can even own that, I think, at this point. Like, can you even buy that on a brokerage? The Sears holding remaining assets? Who's holding that? You see what I'm saying here? The short sellers, they're shorted to zero. BCG is consultants for all of them. BCG is a bunch of Citadel guys. It all makes sense now. Ryan Cohen saw what's going on and he stepped in. And maybe he didn't see this from the beginning with these BCG guys, but He's just handed them on a silver platter to the whole world, saying, look, everybody look at what these guys do. Look at who they work with. And now you got people like me making videos, talking on the internet about them. And I bet I am not the only one making a video right now. I bet I am not the only one talking about this. As a GME shareholder, I mean, of course, I'm excited. And again, I'm just long-term, but I just wanted to talk about this buffoonery going on. And when people say, you know, GME guys that think that the naked shorting, the abusive shorting, it's a myth. Oh, they were trying to bankrupt it. Oh, that's total good. It's tinfoil hat. What do you say to this? What do you say to BCG? BCG, shady. It's just shady. I mean, they're like a huge consulting firm. Yes, they work with a lot of different companies. Yes, I'm sure they have some successful clients, something. But you just, the fact that so many of them are Citadel people, like just look on LinkedIn. This is public information. Look on LinkedIn. These BCG guys, they're bad actors. Just seem like bad actors. I mean, again, I'm just giving my personal thoughts and opinions. None of this is entirely factual. I can't prove anything for certain. Everything I'm saying, you can go look up. I'm just referencing information that I personally researched. I'm running out of breath here. A couple long videos in a row here, but just like I said, it's been a busy week, busy time for GameStop. I gotta get these updates out. I gotta document my journey. That's why I really do these videos, just documenting my journey investing in this company, because I think I'm just really in the early stages. Even though a lot of people thought, you know, the early stages when you bought in the single digits, like to be buying in, and like my average cost has got to be, I can't even figure out exactly what it is. I could probably try to figure it out, but I don't care. I'm just long term, so it's got to be, I would imagine, though, somewhere in the hundreds, you know, somewhere in there. So being that, I mean, I'm just still feel like I'm early and I got to document my journey. That's what I'm trying to say here. So that's it for the update, and have a great day.